are going to get dressed in their formal wear. And I have a very special person I'd like to introduce. Mr. Dennis Shank is going to come on up here. And he has a very, very special story to share with you guys about Project Pounds Away and how it's changed his life. So, there you go. Thanks for sharing with us today.
Thanks. As you heard, my name's Dennis. I live in Lebanon with my 4 daughters and my wife, Kristen. I'm going to take a few minutes to explain my transformation from 4 and 5XL shirts in size 48 and 50 pants at 347 pounds to 84 pounds later, and how the Orange team played a role in doing that. Through Facebook, I got reconnected with a high school friend, and I saw that she had lost a lot of weight. She used to be about a 300-pound person, and I saw she was down to about the high hundreds, and she was signed up for the New York City Half Marathon. To support her, me and my wife had offered to pay for one of her nights at a hotel up in New York while she was up there. Me and my wife had started talking about it and decided that my wife would go up with her to New York City to support her and things like that. And my wife had some issues with weight also, with depression and things. And so we thought it would be a good inspiration for her to go up with her. To make a long story short, my wife went up to New York City with her, and she watched her run the New York City Marathon. And she came home from there, from New York, and told me she wanted to start running. My wife so far had lost 60, 70 pounds herself. And the first race that she had signed up for to see how far she'd come in her progress was the 2010 Red Rose Run. As my wife took off that day on her 5-mile run, I noticed me and my children had stayed back and watched the Red Rose 1-mile run. And I noticed a bunch of team members supporting each other that had all these orange shirts on. It was the first time that I was ever around a situation like that and seeing people encouraging each other. And so I started taking pictures of some of them because I thought it was inspiration. After all the Orange team had finished the 1-mile run, cheering on each other, they had started cheering up the road. So I looked up the road and I seen an older, very heavyweight woman running down the road with one of the trainers, which I learned was Jeremy. I took a picture as she crossed the finish line because I noticed that her time was under 15 minutes, which was pretty impressive. So at 347 pounds, I went home and I got on our clothes rack, which was our treadmill, and I did a mile under 14 minutes, which wasn't too much better than what she had done, but I thought it was a start and I wanted to see where I was at. In a way, this woman inspired me and gave me the drive to support my wife on her journey, and also to start my own. Since that day, I never stopped changing my life and trying to change others. In honor of this woman, I'm going to run the Red Rose 2011 this year as part of the runs that I do now to maybe pay it forward and inspire some others and just to encourage more. I'm ending this. In ending this, I'd like to just mention some things that helped me along the way besides that woman that day. I learned that 75% of weight loss is pretty much what goes in your mouth, so those choices are key. To get results, you have to make yourself uncomfortable. It's not just getting on a treadmill and just walking at 3 miles an hour. It's a start, but if you want to see results, which is what everybody wants to do, you got to be uncomfortable and push yourself. Embarrassment. My first 5K, I was kind of embarrassed, and for weeks I didn't know how I'd do, but I learned that embarrassment will hold you back. Standing up here today is hard for me. About a year ago, 10 months ago when I started, I had a touch of social anxiety, but here I am today, hopefully helping somebody else. So, thanks for your time, and hope you enjoyed the story.